Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. My name is Varsha. Well, Glenmark Pharma is in focus. Now this is on the back of Q1 numbers. Just on the key highlights of results, if I were to talk about, their India business grew 3.7%. US quarter-on-quarter growth was driven by injectable and the partner product launches. They also launched biosimilar of liraglutide under the brand name Lirafit, and they're gonna launch other GLP-1 products as well. They're anticipating double-digit growth when it comes to Europe from H2 FY26. But to speak more about the numbers, how was the quarter and what's the growth ahead, I'm here joined by Mr. Anurag Mantri, who is the Executive Director and CFO of Glenmark Pharmaceuticals. Well, hello and welcome, Mr. Mantri. Pleasure to have you on NDTV Profit. My first question would be on the US business, where you have seen growth when it comes to quarter-on-quarter, and you're going big when it comes to respiratory and injectable product launches. What's the outlook there? How many more product is expected to come when it comes to FY26, and outlook on the US business also?
Okay, thank you, Varsha. So, US business, as you have seen, Varsha, that in Q1, the US business delivered a 9% quarter-on-quarter growth. And if you see, that was primarily on our injectable launches, and partners product have done well, and we are seeing a growth coming back in Q1. And we expect that momentum to should continue. This momentum, what we have built in US, should continue in Q2 as well. We also have three additional injectable product launches in Q2. And H2, we are also expecting, we are seeing a better traction than that. We are hoping to have a respiratory launches to come through, especially in like a generic fluent as well as fluticasone nasal spray. So we expect that US to perform well, I think, going onward. What momentum we have built in Q1, I think we should continue and to be in Q2 onwards, and US business should do well over next 3 to 4 years.
Also, Mr. Mantri, when it comes to your India business, there you've seen some pressure. Now this is on the back of the diabetes portfolio, which has not done well, despite launch of Lirafit. But going ahead, what's the outlook there, and when you can see growth coming back when it comes to India business?
So, Varsha, let me, I think before we go region by region, I think if you see overall, in Q1, we still delivered a very good marginal growth over on a YOY as well as Q1Q basis on our sales line. This is despite a challenging global turmoil and the regional market variation. So, because overall our well-diversified business and focus on branded markets are helping us to navigate the current adverse geopolitical scenario. Coming back to India, if you see, before coming to diabetic, if you see strong side, our cardiac, respi and derma portfolio continues to do very strong. India is a strong market for us, and that demand generation remains strong for us. We have two new innovative oncology launches, Tevimbra and Borkinza, in India. And then consumer care business is doing well. Even on diabetes, we are trying to revamp the portfolio. Launch of Lirafit is helping to augment our diabetic portfolio, and we have already resolved the supply issues and targeting the first wave of GLP launches and diabetes to recover and remain focused for India business going forward. So we are seeing a very strong traction in India market with our core cardiac, respi, derma already doing well. Innovative oncology launches, consumer care business growing strong and targeting a good 20% CAGR growth. The brands like Candid, which has a 60% market share, La Shield, Episoft, continue to grow strong. So, and as you see, we have also discontinued our tail end brand. So all these, we expect the India growth continue to be a very strong for us going forward.
Understood. Also, in terms of FY26, you had guided a revenue growth of around 10 to 12% with EBITDA margin of 19 to 20%. Are you on track when it comes to this guidance?
Yes, surely. So, and revenue growth we are expecting 10 to 12%, and we are on track for that. And because of the US market, as we said, that we have already delivered a 9% growth. It's coming back on track, and we see a strong growth in US market. India also, I summarized to you that because of the new some of the new launches, our key therapeutic area doing well, and even revamping our diabetic portfolio. So India will also be strong. EU business, if you see, has grown more than 25% CAGR over last 3 years, and particularly the branded business growth has been very strong in EU. So we are confident of maintaining the similar double-digit growth momentum on Q2 onwards in EU. So that also we have two new launches, the DMF and Rivaroxaban in European market, and then we also have two additional recipe approvals in the market. Similarly, emerging market business has also grown close to 10% CAGR in last 3 years, and all our regions have done well in derma and recipe especially. And if you see across that, we have a good start in EM across all market in Q1, except LATAM, which is more of seasonal one-off, and we expect that to come back on track. So putting together, if we see overall, we expect that we are on track on our guidance, and we are confident of delivering our guidance of 10 to 12% of the sales growth. Margin side, we have said that 23% onwards, stabilized margin on Q3 onwards. So we are on track with all these combination across all the markets.
My last question, before I let you go, the profit impact that you have seen in this quarter was led by, exceptional item. Can this be seen in Q2 also?
See, this is with related to our ongoing litigation, which we have provided, and we expect that to maintain a double digit of PAT rate.
So that was the management of Glenmark. And what's interesting is the stock is now down 3%, and this was clearly on the back of the numbers which have missed street estimates, and that exceptional item that has impacted profitability this time around as well. And the read, Alex, was overall that in terms of pharma as well, it's not out of the woods, taking into consideration the tariff impact, if it comes in, when, what, nothing known. But for a company like Glenmark, the overall aspiration was that with the blockbuster drugs that they are launching, it is going to be a company to be watched out for. So an interesting one on that one. But let's quickly talk about the Mumbai rains. I think all of us have struggled over the weekend and today.